Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Ready to Love. This is season 5, episode 9, and a little bit of talk about episode 8 if I can. First of all, let me apologize to y'all. I know that I was supposed to do really 2 videos last week. Everything has just been really busy, really hectic. I hate to make excuses, but it's just been that way for me. I've been in and out for I don't know how many days, and I'm actually somewhere right now. And I kind of stepped out for a little bit so I can record this video. Hopefully nobody is even going to notice that I'm missing. I'm gonna just step back in about 25-30 minutes. So I'm going to try to get this done. All right. So I wanted to first start out talking a little bit about episode 8. I did watch it. I just didn't get to do the full review. Episode 8 was good. It was interesting, right? I think we were all surprised by some of the exes. Walter's ex, I think I was the most surprised by. She was just funny to me. Not even just her nails, but just in general, she was making me laugh. Also with Naeem's ex, I noticed he kind of has a type because his ex had like that same attitude that Zadia had. I know a lot of people were not really feeling Zadia these last couple of episodes. I don't know if I would call Zadia a mean girl, but Zadia definitely has her ways that, they're starting to come out more and more as each episode goes on. But yeah, like I really don't know. I'm going to tell you which ex I enjoyed the most though, surprisingly, is Frank's. Okay. The white lady. I really enjoyed her because she asked a question. She told Frank that he has brought her 2 very different women, and it makes her wonder if he's confused about what he wants. And I thought about that and I was like, wow, that's really true, because usually when you have a certain thing in mind, you kind of tend to date the same person. Now, this is not like when you got that same toxic type. I'm not talking about that. But like usually when there are certain characteristics that stand out to you or they're very important or good for you, you kind of find those traits in the people that you've dated. And so for him to bring 2 very different people, it's like, what is it that you're really looking for, Frank? Are we just focusing on looks? Are we focusing on the core values? Like, what are we doing? And that really made me think a lot about myself, even in my past relationships. And, if you look at friends or family, think about some of their relationships and how you all have had conversations. And I'm just like, wow, it just kind of makes you think about things differently. So I actually enjoyed her saying that. It was kind of eye-opening for me. But yeah, the situation with the exes, it was very interesting. Tessia, I was kind of surprised Tessia didn't go home weeks ago just because she wasn't really forming any solid connections. But I will say that Tessia does have an energy that is not for everybody. It's not mean, it's not rude, but it is intense. And I also have a level of intensity as well. I don't know if it comes off when dating, but I do know I have it. And it really isn't for everybody. You have to... You kind of have to be able to be comfortable around it because it can make you uncomfortable. But she was not feeling old girl asking her too many questions. And she was just like, I don't really know you like that. And I think she kind of, put the nail in her own coffin with that. But I was still surprised to find that Cornelius and Camille are still with us. But I have a feeling that they are saving those 2 to be kind of at the bottom 2 or the bottom 3 or what have you. So that was really most of my takeaways from the episode with the exes. Kind of got to see a different side of Tessia because, she did get aggravated when she was asked those questions. Of Zadia. I would say even of Walter. His ex was completely not, and I'm not saying nothing was wrong with her, you guys. She just was not what I expected. And she looked younger than him too, which is not really a big deal, but she did look quite a bit younger than him. But I don't know, you guys. Something about it was just, it was funny. So yeah, that's kind of just a quick highlight of what happened on the episode with the exes. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, Dante is still here. Dante is still with us. And his ex said that she would actually date Dante again. Now, was she one of the mothers? Because I want to talk to the mothers. I don't want to talk to an ex. But she might have been, you guys. I didn't catch it if she was. Okay, now let's talk about what happened on this week's episode. All right. So the couples are driving to the house. We have Walter and Sabrina. Sabrina's asking Walter questions and asking if he sees them as coupled up. Walter's a little stunned. She also spills the tea that she was a dancer and she has no regrets about it, but she just wants to let him know. Walter may see this, he says, as a red flag, but it's not as taboo as it used to be, but it might be a red flag for him. This kind of reminded me of a certain YouTuber, I will not say his name, who said that if you know your man's ego can't handle the truth, then lie to him. I'm not gonna say who said it, but this situation reminded me of that. But this is one of those things that could easily come out. So it probably was best that she did tell him. Then we have Cornelius and Camille coming in next. And listen, I think Zadia was in the back. And let's listen, y'all. Just listen. Cornelius is a lost cause, okay? And I don't mean lost cause in a bad way. Yes, I do. Cornelius is a lost cause. He likes it. He likes this kind of treatment. He likes this kind of energy. I'm not feeling bad for him. I'm not saying he need to speak up. He has the power to stop all of this if he wants to. He chooses not to. I don't know why he acts like he's scared or he don't want to say the wrong thing and Camille might go off. You like that. Otherwise, you wouldn't care about her going off. You enjoy it. So if you like it, Cornelius, I love it. She gonna look at him and say, are we sharing a room? And Cornelius is like, I told you, yeah, that's my Cornelius voice. Yeah, I told you, yeah, if you want to share a room, that's fine. So they riding down the road, talking about houses. Camille say they gonna get one together. He talking about baby steps and all this other stuff. Child, ain't no baby steps with Camille. It's Bigfoot steps all the way. She don't take baby steps. So she kind of getting an attitude with him because he not answering the questions the way she think he needs to be answering the questions as they ride down the road. And Zadia hyping it all up in the back like, I'm glad y'all found love and, how y'all see yourself. So we get mentioned after this, once Zadia starts talking, we get mention of the Brown Girl Squad. The Brown Girl Squad consists of y'all know I can't say her name, Mumin, Zadia, and Camille. Now, I'm a brown girl myself, so I'm not going to, say I don't like a brown girl squad. But what I'm saying is all the brown girls are not in the squad. It's just them three. All right. Aisha's brown. Why is she not in the brown? Actually, everybody technically is brown. Why are they not in the brown girl squad? So y'all got a little clique. But Frickin' Frack had a clique. And I got to keep that same energy, even though it's the brown girls. I got to keep that same energy that I had with Frickin' Frack. If y'all want to form a little squad, fine. Just remember that we really not here to make friends at the end of the day. We are here because we allegedly, it's a lie, but y'all supposedly ready for love. So do not forget the end game while y'all making all these little friendships and stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you what aggravated me about the two members of the brown girl squad, and that's this. When Zadia asks, what do you think is going to go on at the house? Camille say, I think it's going to be some drama. Why, Camille? Why do you want there to be drama? It is going to be, but why would you say anything like that as a grown person? Zadia's kikiing in the back. Cornelius, nah, I don't want no drama. I don't want no drama. I said, shut up, Cornelius. You bringing, the drama is riding in the passenger seat with you. All right, so we get to the house. Everybody's running around trying to find their rooms. You know how it goes. Now, the interaction that Zadia had with Naeem when she walks in the door is not the same interaction that she had with Dante when he comes in and he notices it and he says something about it. It seems like she might be kind of standoffish or cold in her demeanor. And he's going to take this opportunity while they're at the house to maybe have some more conversations and one-on-one time with Aisha because they've been talking on the phone and things have been going well. And you know what? This might be a good look for Dante. Aisha has her children already. He got his 3 and she's not having any more. He might not need to have any more. So maybe it will work. But we'll just have to see. I like Aisha and I really don't want to see her hurt. So, Dante, don't be, well, everybody playing. I'm sorry. I forgot this was Ready to Love. My apologies. Anyway. So then we have the piano scene. So Walter is over at the piano. The piano's a little out of tune, sound like. But he playing some music because apparently him and Mumin, Honey, they done wrote a song together. Now, how this song goes, I do not know because we never get a verse. All we get is a whole bunch of stay right, 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 stay right. I said, what is the rest of the song? Then you think she about to sing it in the confessionals. All she did was take it up to a soprano. Stay right, stay right, stay right, stay right, stay right, stay right. I said, child, y'all done got on my nerves already, and I ain't even heard the whole song. What is the rest of the words? So, nephew Tommy comes in. Y'all know they always clap like he Tyler Perry when he come in the room. He comes in the room to let everybody know that there will be a gentleman going home at the end of the night. So, fellas, shoot your shot. I hate when nephew Tommy starts talking in very common millennial and Gen Z terms. I just be like, Tommy, we don't need you to do it. But yes, everybody put your best foot forward because after this, there will be a gentleman going home. All right, the things going down at the pool, child. Okay, so let's see where we want to start. Zadia and Naeem are down at the pool. Not much conversation there. Just more of Zadia trying to get a feel of where Naeem stands when it comes to her. And seems like it's okay. I noticed that nobody's really directly answering any questions. I think everybody, once you get to this point in the competition, you're kind of scared of putting all your eggs in one basket or putting your all into one person. So that just kind of is what it is, right? Next conversation that is had ends up being between Mew-Min and Walter. So this is what's going on with this whole thing. So Mew-Min goes to the piano when Walter is with Sabrina at the piano. So it's not really stay right, stay right, stay. It's not really that time. It's not time for that. But I think she was trying to see, her and Walter had a little vibe earlier. So we're going to have a little vibe now. But the difference is he at the piano with Sabrina, who he also has a connection with. So he can't really entertain with Mew-Min like that, or else it's going to start to look a little funny. This happens all the time when they go on the trip and everybody's in the house together. You start realizing who has a stronger connection with who. But I believe that Walter does have to separate his time between the two of them, even though he's interested in both, even though they're both in the house, just because it'll keep, this kind of thing from going on. Now, when they get to the pool, I was fine with Mew-Min being aggravated with Walter, but if you're going to be aggravated with Walter, have a conversation about Walter. Walter is telling her, like, I want you to realize that I understand you have other connections. I hear, about you having your connections with your people, and I can't make a big deal. That I got the same thing going on. Like, don't be catty, and then I think the word catty triggered Mew-Min. I think it triggered her. But I understand Walter not really being comfortable with both of them kind of being in his space in a flirtatious way. I don't think he wanted to disrespect Sabrina. And on the flip, if Sabrina had came in there doing that, I don't think he would have wanted to disrespect Mew-Min. Now, I do believe that Walter does like Sabrina more. I do believe that. But Mew-Min should have made her issue with Walter. For whatever reason, she starts bringing up Sabrina and how somebody must be getting in his mind and somebody must be getting in his head, and she doesn't understand who's doing it. I mean, we know who she's talking about. She don't know where it got that way, but you're not opening up to me. You're not talking to me. He was like, I'm here talking to you. She was like, no, I feel like somebody got you thinking differently about me because you was all open earlier. Well, he was open earlier because you two were alone. I'm not saying I really care for Walter like that, because me personally, I don't think Walter's ready for anything. I think he's just on the show. But I just wish Mew-Min would have kept it at him and not really suggested that Sabrina might be turning him against her, because it made her look pressed. And we ain't looking pressed over these men who ain't our man. We're not gonna be looking pressed over them, girl. So then we have Dante and Aisha in the kitchen. Aisha says she gets, let me not do it. I was about to do my accent, y'all. I don't want to upset my people from up top, but she gets busy in the kitchen. Okay. And if you fall in love with her, just FYI, her ring size is a size 7. How do you know? Do you get measured for your ring size? I should know this kind of information. Do you get measured, or you just kind of, I'm going to have to look inside the rings I already have. Like, cause the size will be in there, I think, if they real, child. I'm spilling my own tea. Okay, so they having a little cute flirtation in there. Her and Dante getting some one-on-one time. So that's good. And maybe Dante will kind of be looking at Aisha a little bit more, which will be okay with me. Because I like Aisha. I don't know how I feel about Dante, but I do like Aisha. All right. So a couple of other things that went down at the pool. Frank and Sydney were talking. Frank said he is going to focus his attention on his two interests like he never had before, which is Mew Min and Sydney. So they're going to do that. Another conversation that went on at the pool is a little gift exchange, honey. Yes, Cornelius received a necklace from Camille. Camille says she knows that they've been through some ups and downs, and there's been times where they both wanted to quit. Now, this let me know that outside of these cameras, Camille been showing out on that phone on any extra dates that her and Cornelius have been on. But there's been times where they both wanted to give up and they didn't throughout this process. And so she bought him this necklace that says something about only God is bigger than all our problems, something like that. And she jokes around about how she should have engraved her name on the back and she wants him to wear it every day. Cornelius is just giving a far off gaze and those times you wanted to quit. Just typical Cornelius, accepting the gift while talking in the confessionals about how everything he's not sure and how it's all moving too fast. But he's not saying that to Camille's face, unless he said it over the phone and she showed out and he just kind of gave in. I don't really know, but in interactions with her on camera, it just seems like he just looking at her and agreeing. Okay, so there's that. So then they go to dinner, and dinner is where things get a little dicey. Now you think everybody's doing good. Cornelius done blessed the food, and he has been told by his woman to get across to the other side, babe, because she wants to sit across from him. Aisha tells him, blink or send a smoke signal if you need help. And as they sit down for dinner, I'm not even sure how the whole conversation got started. I think Aisha brought up eliminations and how everybody was feeling. And Camille is making these comments like, I feel fine because, some of us don't need any more time for connections. We're already there. For some people, it's a marathon, and some people, it's a sprint. And I wish y'all could see how I'm doing my hands and my neck like Camille when I talk. But Aisha's not really feeling it. And none of the other ladies are really feeling it either. So Aisha basically says, it's really not about any of that. Whether you've made a connection or not, you never know when the connection could switch back to somebody else. And then your connection can get put off the show. And she said she would F somebody up if Cornelius had to get off of the show. And Aisha doesn't understand why it has to be all of that energy. This is why so many people are uncomfortable talking about the process, because it's a real reality that the person you like could get put off the show. That's how it goes. So Zadia, who nobody was really talking to, Zadia says, well, personally, I feel like if you want to fight for somebody and if you really feel for somebody, then you should be able to fight for somebody. And Aisha was like, okay, you fighting for somebody, but saying I'll F you up? Really? That's how you engage with somebody? That's how you talk about the process with somebody? Why do all of that? There's no need for all of that when we're just having a discussion. Zadia ends up saying that Aisha's coming off as a hater. Now, my people up from up top, y'all let me know. There must be fighting words up in New York, because Aisha wasn't having it. And personally, I think Aisha was just sick of Zadia and Camille, honestly. And they had already got up under her skin. And she was just like, how dare you call me a hater? It don't got nothing to do with being a hater. It has everything to do with the fact that this is a competition. This is the process, and this is how the process works. If I have an opinion, I'm going to speak my opinion, and it doesn't have anything to do with me being a hater. The conversation continues to go like that, but it's escalating. And, I know everybody's going to have their opinion on this situation, but I personally, I agreed with Aisha. I hate she let him get under her skin, though. I hate that she did. One of my least favorite qualities in myself, actually, is that I will allow myself to be gaslit. And by the time we get to the end of the conversation, I've already gotten loud. I've already gotten extremely aggravated. And I always feel bad about it. Like, God dog it, why did I let somebody take me there? But because we for the most part, the viewers are already kind of aggravated with Camille and Zadia. It works out in Aisha's favor. We just like, girl, we find that you went off on her. We fine about it. So Jonte Field gets up. He gets Aisha. They go to another room and he wants her to calm down because why are you letting somebody else tell you about your process? She was like, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's about respect. It's about me having my opinion. Aisha is standing firm on what she said and she is not backing down. Zadia is real proud of herself. She's smirking and smiling, brown girl squad. She didn't say that, but they looking real proud of themselves. And because they didn't lose their cool, it makes Aisha look, if you just looking at it outside looking in, it makes Aisha look like the more aggressive one. And they just sitting there like, what's wrong with her? Like, why she got an attitude when they know good and full well. I mean, Camille's sitting right next to Aisha with all that extra neck rolling and hand grabbing. Like, come on. You knew that was going to get somebody riled up. The other ladies are sitting there in silent agreement. Even Sydney agreed with what Aisha said out loud. Sabrina says she also agreed. So Dante comes up to Zadia. Now, me personally, I don't think Dante cared either way, because if he did, he would have went over there to Aisha where she was with Jonte Field. But he goes over to Zadia and was just like, why you have to do all of that? When somebody's getting upset and you can see it, you need to de-escalate. You was poking and prodding. And Zadia was like, oh, is that what I was doing? Oh, is that what you saw? Oh, okay, so you came over here to be peacemaker? You the peacemaker now? I'm not the peacemaker. I'm just saying, he said some other word that sounded like peacemaker. So, semantics. I don't really think he cared that much. I just think he wanted to let Zadia know that I got Aisha's back on this one. And that let Zadia know where she stands with Dante. I got to give it to Zadia though. Baby girl don't lose her cool, do she? I mean, she was just kind of looking like, okay. All right, well, okay. She wasn't really giving Dante any type of energy. And then she went on about her way. And since y'all already feeling some type of way about Zadia, I can finally say what I've been thinking since episode 1. I don't like her wig. I don't like that wig. I feel like it ages her. The color is too flat for her features. She has very high cheekbones. And I just think there's something else that would accentuate her face. I don't like that wig. But yeah, y'all, that is what happened at the dinner table. What's your opinion? Okay, so Jonte Field is trying to calm Aisha down. Everything has kind of worked its way down. They in their night clothes now. And Aisha is saying she had an opinion. She needed to say it. She had to say it. She said it and she's not taking it back. That's how she felt in the moment. She's not taking none of it back. And good for her. She doesn't have any regrets. Jonte Field is kind of talking to her more about it when in walks Dante, greased up in a silk pajama set, ready to give Aisha a massage. I said, oh, now I see how he got them churned. I see how he got those 3 churned. Aisha gets up. Now, y'all know I'm not no prude. But I wanted Aisha to have on a little robe or something. I don't want her walk around there with her booty out like that. She too cute for that. I wanted her to have on a cute little robe number. But it was cool. So she goes in there. She lays down. She needs special attention to her neck and her gluteus maximus. I said, now listen, Aisha. Now you said you don't want no more kids. Dante fertile. And you might not think you're fertile, but you might be fertile. Y'all got all them oils in there. It's slippery. Your butt is big. I'm just saying don't get caught up. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So he gonna give her a massage. Now, I was looking at his hands, y'all. And y'all gonna say I'm silly, but I'm telling you, I always look at a man's hands. His hands look real soft and supple, like a young lady's. And he might just be like that genetically. But whenever I see a man with them real nice hands, I'll be like, I like to see men. I want to see veins and scars and maybe even a little bit of ashiness on your hands. I need to know you work hard. You do something with yourself. You can fix cars. Those hands need to look like they've been fixing stuff and moving tools. Okay, same thing with women, man. When y'all see women and they got them veins and stuff popping out the top of their hands, chances are they be cooking. Every woman just now probably looked down at her hand. I'm just kidding, y'all. I mean, I know a lot of that's genetics, but I'm just telling you, them soft, supple hands, I be giving a side eye too. But anyway, he giving a massage. Anisha saying that it's so sweet and oh, their connection is like none other in the short time. And y'all know how it is, child. But yeah, seems they doing well. I hope they ended out the night safely. That's all I'm gonna say. Now the next morning, they end up having breakfast, and Frank, with his shady self, commented that the energy at the table is much better this morning, and there's a select few missing from breakfast, if you know what I mean. I forgot to add with Aisha and Jonte Field and Dante. I thought it was so cute when Dante came in and Jonte Field was like, dang, man, you trying to show me up? Rarely do we see the ladies kind of being the object of affection and, you know, the men kind of competing for her. So that was a real cute scene because Jonte Field, you could tell he was like, dang, you just taking my girl away from me? Well, okay then. And you coming in here looking better than me? Okay then. And, you know, Dante kind of interrupted to grab his girl. So it was cute. I like seeing the ladies being competed for a change. So nephew Tyler Perry comes back, and it's time for the ladies to make a decision on who they want to stay and who's going to go. And pretty much when we get around to everybody, there's almost an argument again between Aisha and Zadia, because Aisha is bringing up the fact that people are not really being respectful about the process. And Camille and Zadia are kind of, they're not tag teaming her, but, you know, everybody's kind of speaking out loud. It's getting heated. And nephew Tyler Perry is just like, nope, no thank you. You guys don't have to agree with each other, but you do need to speak to each other respectfully. And I'm off of that. Let's move on. I'm really glad he did that because I didn't want to have to go through another argument. Let's talk about the love. So Mumin says her connection used to be strong with Walter, but on this trip, not so much. Sabrina's connection with Walter is strong, got even more strong during the trip. Shiloh still has her connection with Jonte Field, but you guys, I don't know about Jonte Field. I almost feel like he kind of got gassed up when he had all those dates with those women, because now he kind of seemed to be floating like he just got all these options. And one thing about options is they can disappear just as quickly as they came. And that's for anybody. Like 1 minute you can have like 4 options, and next minute you can have like 1. Like things move fast around here. Life comes at you fast. So who else? Zadia has her connections really strong with Naeem. Doesn't really have as strong of a connection as Dante says. She got put in the back seat for Aisha. Aisha does have a very strong connection with Dante, and you know she got her massage and whatnot. And we already know who Camille's strongest connection is. So when it comes time to talk about who we're going to eliminate, Walter's name did come up by 1 or 2 people, but the name that came up the most was Cornelius and Naeem. And I really think that Camille and Zadia felt like the ladies were like coming against them or coming for them. But everybody just kind of felt like Cornelius hadn't been engaged in the process. That was universal thought. And Sydney and Shiloh specifically felt like Naeem wasn't very vulnerable, wasn't very open. Everything was surface with him. Same thing, I think, with Mumin, and Aisha says that she felt like it was disingenuous. Zadia doesn't appreciate them coming against Naeem because she feels like Naeem has been genuine in this process, and she has definitely told him to make friends and to date and all of that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they both are feeling some type of way because both of them have to invite their men to dinner or breakfast or lunch, whatever it was, to let them know where they stand in this process. And the show goes off. So we don't really get a chance to see who was the one that was voted off. My guess, I feel like it might be Cornelius. I don't know, y'all. I feel like it might be Cornelius, and I think Camille's going to cry and she's going to leave with them. That's what I think is going to happen. But we're going to see for the next episode. You guys let me know what you thought about this episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm still going to be working on the other video. Let me not give a time frame because I don't know when I'm going to be finished. If you haven't seen my community post yet, go check that out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Okay, bye.